Experiment number 8, to draw the characteristics of PN junction diode in forward bias and reverse bias. PN junction diode is a semiconductor diode which works under forward bias as well as reverse bias. You can see this is the connection for forward bias, where positive terminal of the battery is connected to p-type semiconductor and negative terminal of the battery is connected to n-type semiconductor. On the other side you see the connections for reverse bias, where positive is connected with n-type semiconductor and negative is connected with p-type semiconductor. Here are different scales on the device for forward bias and reverse bias. In forward bias you can see the voltmeter is there and milliammeter is there. You can check the least count of voltmeter and ammeter. In forward bias the current remains more, that is why it is in milliammeter. On the other side there are separate scales for reverse bias. One is voltmeter, other is microammeter. In reverse bias, the current is comparatively less. That is why we measure in terms of microampere. So, this is all about the device. It is already assembled. Your work is to take the reading on the device directly. We will operate it for forward bias and reverse bias one by one. Switch on the device first of all. Then by moving this knob, we will note down the reading in voltmeter as well as ammeter. You can see as the knob is moving, the voltage as well as current, they both are increasing. You can see at a particular value of voltage, current increases rapidly. This particular value of voltage is called as knee voltage. So by taking all the values into consideration, we will plot a graph between voltage and current. After completing it for forward bias, we will go for the reverse bias. The procedure is same. By moving the knob gradually, we can see the reading in voltmeter as well as microammeter changes. Again at a particular value of voltage, reading in microammeter changes rapidly. This particular voltage is called as reverse bias voltage. Again, by tabulating all the values of voltage and current, we will plot a graph for reverse bias as well. So it's quite simple. By changing the voltage, we measure the corresponding change in current in forward bias, and the same by changing the voltage we notice corresponding change in current, and after that we will plot a graph between voltage and current. So this is how the graph can be plotted for PN junction diode for its characteristics between voltage and current.